So we're currently in the least affordable housing market since 1984. It now takes nearly 41% of median households' monthly income to cover principal and interest payments on a median-priced home, according to research from Intercontinental Exchange. Housing has always taken up one of the biggest pieces of a paycheck, but we're now seeing it take up even more, making it harder for people to go out and buy a new home in today's market. For the first time in over 35 years, monthly payments are above $2,500 per month, not including taxes, insurance, and other fees. Now, this is staggering right now, John. We're seeing fixed rate mortgages almost at 8%, 7 to 8%. And if you were to buy a $500,000 home, if you were able to find a home now that costs $500,000, you'd probably be looking at a townhome actually. But if you can find a house for $500,000 and put 20% down, which most people don't do, the estimated payment before interest, fees, insurance is around $3,200 to $3,500. John, to put that into perspective, a $750,000 house would cost $5,500 a month. $1 million house, which would be your $500,000 house 2 years ago. $1 million home today, $7,500 per month without insurance, fees, and taxes. It's staggering.
Yeah, and when you start adding in insurance, fees, and taxes, that number goes up pretty substantially more than what people think. And of course, all of this has been the Fed's really effort to bring down what has been 40-year high inflation. Since March of 2022, he has raised interest rates 11%. Now, there's some good news and bad news inside of this. Good news is inflation peaked in the summer of last year, 9.1%. That's just massive. It's down now to about 3.2% year over year, so it's come down quite a bit, but still well above the Fed's target of 2%. So on the one hand, I think that the Fed is probably closer to the end of their tightening cycle, if not done. The question is, when are they going to reduce rates? So you've got a couple things that are happening, and this is affecting people that are looking for new homes, but it's also affecting retirees. You have interest rates that, candidly, in the early 80s, 8% would have been really cheap, but historically, going back just a couple of years, you could get a mortgage for 3%, so that's substantially more. At the same time, we've been in this environment where inflation has been high, and what's happened is people are having a hard time paying their bills, which leads into how much they can afford to put into a house, and at the same time, cost of capital or borrowing is up substantially. And to your point, what you could have bought $1 million house for just a couple of years ago now cost you substantially more.
Well, and if you're finding yourself in a position where you are considering moving, the question is, do you have to move right now? Are you moving locally just to try to find something different? I would encourage you to probably wait. Those rates, what they're estimating next year, a really sharp decline in rates. A lot of the analysts are coming out saying. So you could see rates going back down, mortgage rates maybe to 4 to 5% by the end of next year. That's still going to be a fairly expensive monthly payment because housing in this area has gone up well over 100%, I would say, in most areas in the last 2 years. So the home that you're looking to buy is going to cost more. Now, you're going to get more for your house, but I wouldn't expect to find many deals out there. So many real estate investors out there looking for those undervalued properties. Likelihood of you finding one of those isn't very good, so I think you're going to have to be willing to pay more for the house. The question is, do you buy now, look to refinance later, or do you just wait? I think you're going to see home values probably drop another 10 to 20% in the next 12 months because of the interest rate environment. And if you can wait until then and get a little better rate, I think that's going to be your best bet.
Yep.
Well, thanks for watching Retirement Talk. You can subscribe here on the channel to get more episodes just like this.